Alright guys, we've got the lights on this 2500 turned on for a good 10 minutes now. Welcome back to Garage Matters and thanks for coming on back. Now if this is your first time joining us, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Now today, we've got the 2500 pulled inside the garage today and we're going to be upgrading those bulbs to the Lasfit Pro Series right here. So come on over here, let me show you how to get this done. Now I want to thank our friends over at Lasfit for sending me both the low and high beams to try out on this 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500. Other tools that we're going to need is just your regular T10 Torx driver. These other items here, not necessary. These are just for my other tests that I'm going to test on these LEDs. We're going to test the temperature, see how hot these lights get, and we are also going to test how much light output these lights can produce. Now before we cut this open, let's take a look at the box right here. There might be some additional information on this box. There's the Lasfit Pro right here, LED lighting, and anything else on here. Alright, so it looks like on the back side here, it is telling us that it is powered by high-powered LED chips. So a set is 110 watts, but per bulb, 55 watts per bulb. 5,500 lumens of output per bulb. Color temperature 6,000. I like 6,000 because it's going to produce that nice clear white light. And it operates between 9 and 16 volts, and it does come with a 2-year warranty. That is really nice. Let's go ahead and get this cut open and see what all is included inside of this packaging right here. Alright, not bad at all. I like that it has this cutout in here, and that is pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen this before on any of these LEDs that I've tried in the past, but I really like that they took the time to go ahead and include this cutout right here. Pretty cool. I like that they also come with gloves, but I'm not going to use these gloves. I have my own set right here, but it is nice that they include these. Some manufacturers don't include gloves, but really nice that they go ahead and include that for us as well. Here we have the, looks like it's going to be the owner's manual, and I think for me, I'm going to skip this unless I need to come back to it. Alright, so inside of here, this looks like it's some stickers. That's cool. Comes with some stickers. Some more gaskets right here. I don't know if this is needed. It might just be spare parts. Hopefully it's just spare parts. And here, more stickers as well. And then over here, we have the dust cover. Now on this 2500, I'm kind of curious on if this is supposed to replace the factory dust cover or not, or if this slips right on top of the factory one. But I think this is probably going to replace the factory dust cover, and we will see how this fits on this 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Now I do like that this apparently looks like it's got a fan on the back. I do like that as well. I do like that, yes, this comes with a gasket to help protect it from the elements. And this packaging over here, really nice that these are actually spares for your bulbs right here. And let's take a look at this chip right here. Now the chip is really good. I like the design of it. No issues at all. And the weight, it's got some good weight to it, so it doesn't feel like it's cheaply made, and I really like it. Now let's come here, let's try to zoom in. And what is it telling us here? It's not telling us anything else on here. Alright, so that looks like that is pretty much it. Warning, so this is on the downside. Alright, so it looks like we're just going to plug this up to the existing factory wiring harness, plug it up, and then just cover it up like this. Alright, so the other one's the exact same thing, and we are going to open up this other box as well. Now if you didn't know, on this vehicle, the 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD, the lows and the highs exact same bulbs, the H11s. So this should be the exact same thing. Alright, whoops, same thing. It has owner's manual, this cutout up here, gloves, stickers. Alright, so down here we do have another dust cover, wiring harness. Now if you're weary about using these LED bulbs right here, it'll be alright. Take a look at this. This is what appears to be a one-to-one design on this LED. And let's take a look at the filament right here. It should line up exactly with the LED chip right here. Now, due to the camera angle, I'm going to try to line it up as perfectly as possible. But you can tell that it is darn near in the same spot as the original factory halogen bulb right here. Alright, now let's go ahead and head back over to the vehicle so I can show you guys how to get those bulbs installed on this 2025 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Alright guys, we are over at the driver's side. We're going to start with the driver's side first, and we need to access the bulbs up here. Normally sometimes you can go through the hood, but on this vehicle, these bulbs right here, you have to go through the fender liner right here, and all you need is a T10 Torx driver to go ahead and remove these Torx screws right here. So I'm going to remove this one right here, this one right here, this one right here, maybe that one over there, but we'll see if we can get away with these three right here, and maybe the one up here as well. Alright, now once you got these three screws removed right here, this fender liner should be able to pull right on out. We're going to stick our fingers down here and just start working it on out just like this. And it should give us enough clearance to access the bulbs back behind here. Alright, I think it's dusty. Let's go ahead and fold this back. And right in here, we've got our housing assembly for our high beams and our low beams up there. Now the next thing we need to do is go ahead and remove the factory dust covers from this housing assembly. That's really easy to do. Just go ahead and push the rubber cover in and pull it right on out. Alright, that's that one. And we're going to do the exact same thing for the low beams up here as well. Now once you got these two dust covers removed, it exposes the bulb assembly here. This is for your high, this is for your low. Let's get a close-up of these guys. Now, to remove these, all you're gonna do is turn this counterclockwise and then pull it right on out, just like this. Counterclockwise, and then it unlocks it, and you're just gonna pull it right on out. And it comes out just that easy. And while we're down here, let's go ahead and just knock out the low beams up there as well. Exact same process. I'm gonna turn it counterclockwise and then pull it right on out. Alright, that is that for now. Let's go ahead and get these two bulbs removed. Now to remove this bulb from the harness right here, we are gonna lift out on these tabs outwards, and then we are just gonna pull the bulb away from the harness just like this. Pull it out and then pull the bulb straight on down, just like that. Now for the low beams up here, it's even easier than that. There is this tab up here on the back side, and all we're gonna do is press down on this back side of the tab right here to release it, and then we're gonna pull the bulb right on out the harness, just like that. Now before we get this new bulb installed, we need to prep it one more time. This washer right here, we need to just go ahead and screw it on. That way both of these cables are connected and nothing is going to seep inside of this connection. So once you got it twisted on like that, it is pretty much plug and play from this point on. All we're going to do is just grab this side right here and then grab our factory wiring harness and then just snap it into place just like this. Now this next part, before we go inserting this bulb inside of the housing, there are these tabs right here, 1, 2, 3, and these tabs, there is a indent inside that we need to line up these tabs through that indent. And once it's lined up, we are going to turn it clockwise to lock it in place. Now let's go ahead and get this bulb inserted into the housing. I'm just going to stick it back through here, and then what I like doing on this vehicle is come around to the front and take a look at the alignment. So you can kind of see right here, what I'm trying to do is just align these tabs right here through that indent. And then I'm going to push the bulb inward while turning, and then it'll lock it in place. Now for this dust cover, we are just going to shove the wiring back through here, just like that. And then I think it just snaps right on. Let's see if it'll just snap right on. Oh, that was easy. Take a look at that, guys. It just snaps right on, and we are going to turn this clockwise, and I think it actually locks it in place once you turn it clockwise. All right, now this says warning. This is supposed to be on the downside, so let's, well, I guess that's probably good. Probably turned it too many times, but there we go. We're going to leave it on the downside like it's telling us to do. So warning, this side is down, and that is pretty much it for the high beams right here. Now with the highs knocked out, let's go ahead and knock out the lows. All I'm going to do is grab the harness right here, place them together, and snap them in place. Once that's done, we're going to grab our bulb right here, stick it back in the housing, line up the tabs, turn it clockwise, and then lock it into place. I'm going to come back around here, and then shove all the wiring back inside of the housing, and then snap it right back on, just like this. All right. And then we also want to make sure that the arrow is pointed in a down position as well. I'm going to turn this around, and that should be it for the highs and the lows right here. Let's go ahead and turn the lights on and get a light check. All right, appears like the lights are working. Let's check them out. Got the highs on, the lows are working, and let's go ahead and do the rest of our tests. We're going to test the sound, the heat, and the light output of these lights right here. Alright guys, we've got the lights on this 2500 turned on for a good 10 minutes now. I think the fans have warmed up and the lights have warmed up. Let's go ahead and do a quick sound test on these LED bulbs right here. Now I know you guys might be thinking this is loud and can be annoying, but let's go check out the cab. Let's see how this sounds like inside the cab. And yes, this is just one side installed, and I can hear some slight humming inside the cab. But I promise you, once you turn on this engine, you're not going to be able to hear anything coming from all the way up there. Let's go ahead and turn this vehicle on. All right. Just like I was saying, you can't even hear the fans once your vehicle is running inside the cab. Alright, let's go ahead and turn this off and get to our next test. Alright, for this next test, we're going to check to see how hot these bulbs are running at full blast right here. I've got my temp gun right here, and let's go and shoot this housing, and we are as high as 108. Can we get any hotter than that? So about as high as about 107 right here, 108. Come over to the halogens over here, see how hot these are burning. Alright, so we're as high as 142. Come down here, can we get any hotter than that? Alright, so we're about 142. 142 over here. And we were about 107-ish over here as well. Alright, so about 107. Alright, so 107 for the LEDs. Give these guys one last chance. Actually, it's gone up about as hot as 145. Alright, so that's going to do it for the temperature test on these LEDs. Obviously, LEDs, as we all know, they're going to run cooler temperature wise. Let's go ahead and knock out the light output test. Now for this test, I've got my lux meter over here. I've got it right smack dab right here. And all I'm gonna do is just move it down over to the LEDs over there. But for this test, we've got a light meter right here, and it is about 35 times 100. So 35 over here for the halogen bulb, and let's move this just straight down here so we can be totally unbiased. Alright, so that looks about good right there. And this, alright, so let's see how much light output there is from this bulb right here. So we are about 215. Let's see if we can get a little bit higher. Maybe this is off center. Alright, actually it was off. That's probably good right there. Alright, so as high as 290 times 100. So 290 compared to, let's give the halogens one more last try. Alright, so move this around a little bit more. So we're about 34. Can we get any more than that? Alright, so about 51. Alright, maybe I was off a little. So about 53. Alright, so about 53 over here. And high 200s, about 290 for the LEDs over there. Let's go ahead, wait until it's dark, and we'll take this vehicle outside to the back country to see how bright these lights are in the back country. Alright guys, thanks for staying with me. Let's go ahead and knock out this nighttime test. And I can tell you on the way over here, I did not get flashed by any of these drivers out here. Take a look at how bright these lights are. I'm gonna flick on the low beams. And that is what it looks like. Let's go ahead and head down this road, and then we'll do a test with the high beams to see how much throw these lights are going to provide us. As you can tell, it is storming out here as well too. Let's go ahead and flick these high beams on and see how they do. That's not bad at all. Alright, so there is a fallen branch right in the road right here. Good thing we've got these lights to illuminate what's in front of us. We're going to go right around this falling tree branch right here so we don't scuff up this brand new truck. Alright, and let's see. Alright, there looks like there are other falling trees over here as well too. So we are gonna probably take a detour and go this way. We're just gonna go off-road and see if we can make it to our other location over here. Alright guys, so we made it to our other location. We are going to test the throw of these lights right here. Let's go ahead and turn on the low beams. And we are actually on the other side of this pond. And we can't see the tree line. You can kind of make out the shadows of the tree line right over there. But let's go ahead and flick the high beams on to see if we can get enough throw to see that tree line over there. Alright, perfect. You can see that tree line all the way across the pond. No issues at all. Turn them off and back on. And that is what it looks like. Alright guys, we're back in the garage right now. Let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Now as far as build quality, had no issues with the build quality. Everything felt solid. And as far as the installation, everything went in perfectly. Now performance. With that nighttime performance, I thought they performed extremely well for the location that I was at. I was over there out in the backcountry, and as you can tell from the video, they performed excellent. Now, if you want more information on the Pro Series from Lasfit right here, I will put their link in my description below so you guys can check them out. Now, that's going to do it this time for Garage Matters. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and join us next time on Garage Matters.